This is Princess's brand new F65. This in fact is the very first one. It came straight out of the factory and straight up here to the Southampton Boat Show. So we're getting a nice early preview of this one. They've done some nice styling tweaks with this. Notice the way this line, for example, comes back and flows down and into here. That looks really good. And also the engine vents are now colour coding, so they match and line up with the side windows. So it gives a really integrated look, and you see the same as with the saloon windows as well, the way they sort of swept that down rather than being a very square shape. It just makes the whole boat look a lot more organic. It's a really nice looking boat. Even right on the flybridge you can see that line, the way it sweeps up. It just makes it look a lot sleeker and a lot nicer. Anyway, we're going to step on board here. We've got the high-low bathing platform, that's where your tender goes. There's a crew cabin on this one, we'll show you that of course. But we'll head on inside first of all, I think, and we'll give you the full tour. I'm going to show you this cockpit just as we go past, because this is the thing with Princess. It's all about quality and it's all about detailing, and this I think is a perfect example, because if you look at this table, look at the way that they've sort of matched this grain across, so it gives this lovely design. And then you look a bit closer and you see these little stainless steel sections here that line up so that when you close it over there's an air gap so it doesn't get damp underneath and go all mouldy. And then you find you've got stainless steel cup holders here and these stainless steel rails. So just at the table alone you can see what makes a princess a princess. It's really nicely done. Okay, let's head on inside. Now what you've got with this one is of course the sliding saloon doors, but also the lift window here. So that really connects these two areas, and it's galley aft, as all of the princesses of this size and below, sort of, you know, about 72 foot and down, all have the galley back here. If we have a wander on in, then what you've got here is, well, all the bits you'd expect really. So you've got a big fridge freezer just here, that's the fridge, and the freezer is underneath. You've got your cutlery drawer here. It's all electric cooking as you'd expect with a 4-burner hob. You've got the sink here, but also there's a dishwasher on this one. Of course, that lives in there. And then storage dotted about the place like this. And then also bins here. And a bit more storage there. And then opposite that, you've got this dinette area. So this table will fold out. You can see it's basically hinged here. So we've moved those little fellas very carefully out of the way. And that one. That makes a really decent sized table, and again you're seeing this detailing in the woodwork. It's absolutely beautiful, and these hinges which are completely flush when that's opened out or when it's closed. And then again, storage everywhere. They're very practical boats, so if you look in places like this, there we go, big drawers underneath here for example, and you've got them up under here as well. Some of these are for specific things. So this one here for example has all of the crockery in it, like so. And then if we come up here, again, they've packed it into everywhere. So the big storage drawer onto there, and it means you don't have to lift the cushions off every time I want to get something out. So that works well. Love this table, and I really love this seating area around here. It's nice and deep and comfortable, because of course you don't need to dine here. You've got this separate dining area down here. This is all about relaxing and lounging. There's a big TV that powers up out of here. And then the other thing you've got up here is the bar area. So this is giving you things like ice maker, the cocktail fridge, and then this is for your glasses and that kind of stuff. In here, AV equipment lives down there as well. You've got the new Princess Helm Seats here. These look really good with these feature panels in the back of them. And that sense of quality with this diamond stitching that they put through, really very nice indeed. Side door on this one, it's got everything on this really, hasn't it? And then as we come across here, you've got of course your engine controls, the steering. This is a nice detail. When you turn the steering, look at this, it's weighted so that your Princess badge is always the right way up. Fantastic. What else? We've got bow and stern thruster on this one. You've got the twin screens, so you can select these for whatever you want, chart plotter or engine instrumentation, although there is a separate engine screen here. And you've got the vents here as well for the air conditioning. And then over here, really nice little seats, just raised up slightly, so that's very nice when the boat's underway. But the other thing they've done with this, which is quite clever, is they've put this in here. And it's like a little laptop table. So if you want to sit there, pop your laptop on there, do a little bit of work, whatever else, That's fantastic. There's a drop window there as well for a bit of ventilation. Of course, there is air conditioning, but it's nice to just get some air through sometimes. So if you have that window down and that door open, you get a good through flow of air. If we carry on down here, the distribution panel, as is often the way with Princess, is just here. So light switches, air conditioning controls. That is your 24 volt side, engine start batteries, domestic batteries, and all the individual switches for lighting and that kind of stuff. And then we move over here and we've got the 220 volt side. So this is the stuff like the microwave and the fridge and the ice maker and the dishwasher, all that kind of stuff. And that's driven from either the shore power if you're plugged in, or from the generator, and you switch that across just here. But yeah, very nicely done. Water tank systems here. So the grey water tank, the holding tank, you can see how full it is, and the pumps are on there and all that kind of stuff. If we head on down, woodwork on these, the way it curves in places is really nice. And you've got this lobby area down here. So we'll head forward first of all, and we'll find a really nice VIP guest cabin. Look at the size of that. The big news with this boat, actually, for a 65-foot boat, is they've made it a 4-cabin layout. I think the predecessor to this was a 62, and that's a 3-cabin. They really want to get 4 cabins into this, and they've done it. So obviously we'll see those as we go around. We've got the AV equipment in here, of course. There's a little dressing table over here, so there's a mirror, which does open, if you can find the catch. There we go. And then down here, a little drawer for makeup or whatever else. And again, the way this wood is formed and curves around the top as well. These are storage areas around here. There's also a hatch up in the ceiling. That's just up there. So there is a way out of this level from the front if you need it. And then we come over here and you've got your big hanging locker. And that one there's an access hatch, so you can get to some of the systems behind the scenes. If we very carefully pull this off, there we go. You can see wiring and that kind of stuff is in there. It's all designed so that if there's ever any problems, you don't have to start ripping the boat apart. You can actually get to stuff. Also here, of course, is an ensuite. And that is in here. Again, with this beautifully formed wood coming around here. So we've got the toilet in here, of course. We've got the wash basin in here. And then a very nice separate shower. So that just closes across thusly. There's a bit of storage down underneath, like so. And yeah, it's really nice. There we are. So let's head on back a bit further. What we've got here is day heads. So this is straight down the steps and straight in. Again, decent sized shower and obviously the loo and the sink, but you've also got a door in here because this connects through to cabin 3, that's over here. And that again, really nice sized cabin. What you've got here actually is these beds, one of them is powered. So if I push the right button, there we go, see that one's moving across? I won't take it too far because I'll let that water bottle, but you get the idea. You move that across and it marries up to the one next to it, and that gives you a double bed in there if you want it. AV equipment in here, big wardrobe, like so. And that is the door that makes this also an ensuite cabin. However, if we cross the corridor, we will find cabin 4, and that one's a bunk cabin. Again though, they've got a decent sized wardrobe into here, so that lives in here, like so, and you've got then storage dotted around the place, up in places like this. Big hole windows in here. These round sections are opening sections, and you've got a Venetian blind that drops down over this as well for a bit of privacy if it's needed. So that is all the guest areas. If we head down here, then we've got the owner's cabin, but I'll show you on the way past that we also have here washer dryer. And if you want, you can have a separate washing machine and separate dryer, because that is the same size as that one to get a full-sized domestic machine into. And I like the fact, it's a silly little thing, but there's a little locker here where you can put your washing powder and that kind of stuff in there. So it's ready to go. So let's head on back. This then is the owner's cabin. Full beam of the boat and beautifully appointed. You've got your big TV in here, separate air conditioning controls of course. If you come around this side, this is all storage along here. Big windows again with the Venetian blinds that drop down. These are air conditioning vents in here and the same on the other side, so they're all nicely integrated. And this then is all storage along in places like this, apart from that one, which is a little vanity area. So what you've got here is a mirror that lifts up, there we go, like so. And then these are big drawers underneath here. And then on the other side, you've got settee. So to tuck yourself away with a proverbial good book. More storage down on either side. Again, you've got these air conditioning vents, and here you've got this brilliant view out. We're at Southampton Boat Show at the minute. Look at that. It's a beautiful day. Very nice indeed. And then what they've done with this one is they've put the ensuite right across the back. So you've got two bulkheads between yourself and the engineering space, because the engine room and so forth is all back there. So if we come back here, the doorway here, and that takes us into there. So really nice size, huge rainfall shower down here at the end with its own extractor fan. And again, the big windows, and again, of course, blinds that drop down, so you've got privacy there if you want it. Lovely, isn't it? Really, really nice. And this area here, as we came in, well, there's a little locker here for a start, like so, but this is like a dressing area then here, because you've got big wardrobes in here. Like so, and then they've got drawers underneath them as well. So the amount of storage in this cabin is fantastic. There we go. Isn't that nice? And again, you're seeing this formed wood. Look at the way that this wraps around here. Look at where they put lighting inset underneath here. You've got this feature across here as well, which is nice. Just a nice bit of subdued extra lighting. It looks great, doesn't it? Very, very nice. Okay, let's head on a bit further. We've got the decks to show you. We've got flybridge to show you. Again, detailing here with these down like this and these little stainless steel sections. It's all very, very beautiful. Crew cabin to show you as well, and engine space to show you, and some boat cleaners to show you. Okay, let's see if we can work our way past those guys. So, if we come around here, pop my shoes on. Oh, I'll show you this just as we're going past, because this is a stern docking station. So you've got engine controls, bow and stern thruster controls, and the anchor winch control. So that means that if you're stern to berthing, you can stand here and watch the boat in and control it. And then down here is like a safety locker. So you've got valves to close the fuel off for the engines and generators. There is a manual bilge pump system. There's obviously with electric pumps, this is a backup manual system, and you can choose whether to pump from forward bilge or aft bilge. And also the fire extinguisher pull is there as well. So it's got automatic fire suppression system in the engine room. If you needed to fire it off manually, then you can do. That's where you do it from. Let's head round this way. These are winches for when you're stern to berthing. You can put a line around there. Again, this is all very Princess. Look at the quality of all this around here. Absolutely beautiful. And they brought these rails right back to here, so that as you walk up onto the side decks, you're already well within them as you step up. Okay, here we go. Let's head on forward. This again is a thing they're doing on Princesses now. This feature line in this blue looks really good. Got a rail up here that we can hold on to. Teak decks all the way around on this one. This is this side window that drops. So that's the window on this side. And then up here, this is a new layout for Princess up here. So, well, first of all, you've got things like the big deck lockers here for fenders or covers or whatever else you want to put in there. Your sunbeds as you'd expect on here, but what they've done is they've put this central section in. What that means, it's a lot easier to get on and off, because before you have to sort of scramble over the rail and this moulding around the side. Here you can just slip your feet down and stand up, which is great. There is even a little cool box up here at the front, so you can keep a couple of drinks in there nice and cool. And also what they've done with this is they've made it so that you can lift this section up like this, so that you've got forward-facing sun loungers, but also this section will lift the other way like that, so that you can sit around here and this area, make that a really nice little social area, a little table there for your drinks and so forth. Let's come right on around. So anchor handling kit is here, your winch, chain, anchor is on the front there. Again, look at these fair leads, the way that it's not just this that is stainless steel, all this is stainless steel, and it actually overlaps so that your lines as they come off don't rub on the gel coat. You can see they actually go sort of slightly recessed underneath that, so this keeps them proud. If you imagine a line going down there, it saves you getting your gel coat all scuffed and marked. Down here is you've got your anchor control. There's also deck wash there. That's what that little pipe sticking out is, and that's a manual override for the power winch, so that you can crank it manually if you ever had to. And then this one here is anchor chain locker. Okay, let's head on back down this side. Still plenty more to see. And we'll loop on around and take a look at the flybridge. So those steps are over here. There's a bit of storage underneath them, as you can see there. These little silver fellows are lighting, so this all illuminates down here at night. And if you come on up, what I've done with this, which is nice, is put this bar area over to this side like an L shape, so that you can stand here and face directly into this area. And here you've got your sink, of course, underneath here. There is a bit of storage. And also then there is the, is that a fridge or an ice maker? Let's have a look. Ice maker. There we go. And top loading fridge just there. And then again, the detailing, what they've done here, some beds on the back, that's not too unusual. But what's great is that they've continued this walkway around them. So if you're on this side, you can get on and off without having to crawl over whoever's there. Brilliant. We've got the extended Bimini that comes out the back of the hardtop. As you can see, that's extended at the moment. Again, look at the thickness of the rails, the stainless steel work on here. It's all super solid. This is a door that will fold down over here, and that means that you can put canopies around the back and enclose the cockpit if you want to. And then here, really nice dining area, and you can take that centre section out so that if you just want those drinks tables, some people do be able to get in and out easily, you can do. If you want maximum real estate for your table, well, then you've got it. And if we head forward again, it's a little detail, but it's an important one. They've actually moved the navigator seat over slightly, so you can get into that without having to come around here and climb over whoever's at the helm. So again, really nice, these lovely seats with this diamond quilting again, really nicely done. And your upper helm, again, you've got the triple screens, so you can set these up how you want. So we can take that one across and put it onto radar if we wanted to, for example, like so. And then here, your bow and stern thrusters, again, all the kind of stuff you had downstairs already. That's a remote control for the searchlight. Fire suppression system, you can check there. You can see that's all armed and ready to go. Engine controls, of course, trim deck controls, VHF radio, all that kind of stuff. And then here there's a great area for people to sit alongside the helm. This is an infill cushion, so you can take that out and have it as seating, or you can have that in and have that as extra sunbathing. And if you come right up here, you can see the view out over the front. And Southampton Water, look how calm that is. Lovely. Good morning, Southampton Boat Show. Let's go and look at the crew cabin and the engine space. So we'll come back down here. And we'll come down this side, I think, back onto the bathing platform. Now in this one, we've got a C-bob locker. So you can see the twin C-bobs in there. You can have a charger in there as well if you want to, so you can plug those in. Really helpful because they're very heavy, so brilliant to be able to lift those in and out without having to drag them up and down the steps. There we go. And then if we come across onto this side, this one is the access to the crew cabin. So that opens like so. Slip my shoes off again. Again, that detailing. Look at these beautiful hinges on here. Now this is called a crew cabin, but in actual fact, it would make a perfectly good cabin 5. Brilliant for teenagers, of course, because they've got their own entrance and exit, and the nice little den down here. That is just brilliant. What else have we got? You've got storage in here like this, and then over here is wardrobes, and again you've got the access panels and so on to some of the engineering, but this is all to proper guest cabin standard, so it would be no problem at all to use this as a guest cabin. Good headroom in here as well. Look at this, really, really good. And then finally, of course, there's an ensuite in here, so that is in here, toilet there, and a proper separate shower, so that's in to here. For a mid 60-foot boat, that is a really lovely crew cabin. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice. You can have this with just one bed if you prefer, so you could take that one out and just have a bit more space. Ah! The show PA is kicked into life. Wonderful. Let's go and bury ourselves into the engine space and show you that. Let's close that one back over. All vehicles off-site. Show's not actually open yet. Where are we? We are 9:45. Show opens in 15 minutes. So we're having a little bit of a preview here. Okay, let's wander up here. I'm going to show you over here first of all, because there is a little lazarette area. So if we close that gate over, like so, hopefully you can hear me over the top of our chatting. Here we go. If I go down here. Okay. So this is an engineering space or a storage space. So we can come right down into here. There we go. And you can see some of the air conditioning units down here. This is deck drains and so forth, all come to a single point and then drain out. And we've got battery banks down here as well, and so forth. So that's that. And we'll come back up again. And I'll show you the engine space, because that's over here.
SMS me or text me as soon as you can. We picked up the hit and the band. So that's what we're looking for, the hit and the band.
There's a bit of a boat show competition going on. Okay, we'll open this one. I'm just going to open this a second. Is that okay? Thank you very much.
Tell me who you are and where your stand is, and today's winner, and I will give you a bit of a punch.
Let's drop down here.
So with no further ado, let's talk about today's quiz. This will feature a Scottish rock band.
Okay, and in here we have got a pair of MAN V8 1200 horsepower diesel engines. Now these are giving the boat over 30 knots. I think they got about 32 knots out of this. When I say it's only just gone in the water. Cruising speed therefore is a sort of mid-20s, is pretty comfortable, and your range at that kind of speed is about 270 miles. However, as is always the way with these, if you drop back down to displacement speed, so say about 8 or 9 knots, you'll triple that range. Use a lot of fuel just to lift it up onto the plane. That's the fire suppression system up there, and then we've got fuel tanks out on either board. All this silver stuff is sound deadening. Playing music now through the PA, brilliant, just what we need. And then over here you've got more of the air conditioning systems and so forth. And I'm sat at the minute on top of a fairly substantial generator. And the exhaust systems are over there. So there we go. That is a rather lovely engine space. All right, let's come back out of here. I might for that music to stop. Oh, there we go, that's better.
So that's it.
Right, let's come out of here. That is it. Hello there. Let's drop that one back down. Close it up.
Have a great day today, and may your sales be strong.
There we go. All right, I am going to step back off over here. There's got a few people on here now. And I'm going to say that is the new Princess F65. I think that's a really beautiful boat and a great job on that one. As ever, let me know what you think of that one in the comments. And as ever, huge thanks to Princess Yachts for organising that tour. We'll look forward to catching you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.